but I don't see Discord. Where is it? I had it up. Oh, it
Alt tab to
changed.
find it.
Nope, here we go. Confirm. There we go. It's up. I had
Let
been
me
playing and
refresh.
apparently switched back to games. So there's nobody out there yet, but I will start. um,
Yeah, there you are. Now you
got it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, because we're going to be doing this, posting it on YouTube, we'll go ahead and get started and see if we have anybody show up. Anyway, this is a beginner's class, basically. Interactive if you have questions, if you're watching it live on Twitch, on how to get into, start, enjoy, just all the basics of Discord. And as far as we're concerned, we love playing our games on Discord when you've got a lot of friends. And we have friends from all over the world, which really, really makes a difference. So at that, I think I'll turn it over to, well, let me tell you who's on with us. We've got Steampunk, who will be
What
doing
up?
the majority of it. Yep. And we've got Brand and Indigo Flying Dragon. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
They're here for to make you realize how much fun this can be, and to ask questions if for some reason we don't answer all the questions. Um, so I guess at this point we'll just turn it over to Steam and start talking about how to get into Discord from the very beginning. You go for it,
Alrighty.
Steam.
So, on your Discord, since that's what you're showing,
Uh-huh.
let me go ahead and open a new tab, and I will go to it first. Discord.gg. Okay, and then you can go ahead and watch my screen share
Ah, okay.
on your stream. Just go ahead and click it
Okay.
on your Discord, and it should cut right through.
Watch stream. Got it. How do I make it larger though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Down the lower right-hand corner, full screen.
Yep. And then top
See?
right, if you want to hit the three dots, you can get uncheck the show non-video participants.
Got it.
And that'll make it
Okay.
even larger.
Is that it?
Yep. So this is basically, if you want to get into Discord, you first have to go to the website, discord.com or discord.gg. We'll also forward you there. They use GG as their domain for most of the stuff. So most Discords you see will be discord.gg/ whichever. Usually it's a jumble of letters, kind of like a YouTube video would be. And that's just assigning a server. So when you see one for Madams, if you wanted to post yours in the chat as well, for COT, if you have that available,
Mm-hmm.
could be used as an example. You go to discord.com and you just click the download for Windows right here, and it'll pop up into your downloads folder. Once it's in your downloads folder, you're gonna hit run. I kind of don't want to show my downloads folder because I think it's just a bunch of cat pictures. But yeah, it opens up just like any other program, the same way that you installed Elder Scrolls Online, same way you installed anything else. It's going to be in your downloads as the most recently downloaded thing. Run it. It'll open up the application Discord. The reason you're going to want the application Discord is this browser being right here, what it is. I have Elder Scrolls open in the background. If I were to click this, my voice would no longer go through if I was not using the application Discord. So using the application, your voice can go through and everything will work while you're in game and doing stuff. It'll ask you to create a username. You same as any other video game, you're going to put in a username and it's going to tell you a million times that name has been taken. But Discord is cooler than that. They give you a 4-digit number. Mine is, let me drag the Discord over. I have chat open. Let me find Discord. There it is. All right, so mine is Steampunk 360, which was taken. So I had Steampunk 360, and it gave me the 4 little numbers there, 6616. So if I paste that here, it'll put
Excuse
it
me, I've
right
got to
there.
grab my. I've got to leave for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So basically, once you have the application open, you would be given a link from somebody. So Madam sent me one. I can even show that on my screen somewhere. There we go. So when you get an invite, it'll say something like this, and you click the button to join. Once you join, you are in the server, and then once you get to the server, you're in. There is some setup that you're gonna want to do when you get started out, and that is setting up your microphone and obviously your output. You want to be able to hear people that are talking to you. And to do that, down here there's a little cog. When you click on that, it's going to open up your settings. All my stuff is covered, thankfully. But basically, you'll go down here to voice and video. It's right under app settings. When you click on voice and video, it'll have your input device and your output device. Output is what you hear. Input is what everyone else hears. You're going to set this to whatever your default is for your computer. If you do not know, and by the way, this is my disclaimer, I do not know Macintosh. I apologize.
You shouldn't have to apologize for that.
No, I agree.
I've only used Windows. Well, I mean, I've used kernel, but from gaming from now on, I only use Windows. To find out what your default device is, down in your taskbar in the bottom right hand of your screen, you will see this little speaker. When you click on the up arrow, if you don't have a huge mess of icons down here like some people have, but you're going to right click on that and you just click sounds. When you click that, a window will open from Windows, and playback is what you hear. Recording is your microphone. I have a very unique setup. Most people are going to have a very easy setup, but as you can see, as I'm talking, I can see the meters moving. I'm running some other stuff you don't have to worry about, so don't worry about the fact that there's multiple things going on. Just look for the one where you can see your voice. Find that one, and you're just going to right-click it, and you're going to set it under Properties as the default device. Use this device enabled, and you're pretty much good. You can listen to it to check it. If you click Listen, make sure you click Apply, and make sure to unclick that and click Apply once you're done listening, because it'll keep going and annoy you later. But yeah, your playback is going to be either your headphones, or if you're a laptop user that doesn't want to, and you want to use your speakers, or if you have a desktop and you have speakers, totally up to you on how you set it up. But just make sure that whichever one you have set as your default that you can hear sounds from. We can hear ESO in the background is doing some stuff, and I also have monitoring going on. You're going to set it as your default. So this is my default, but I'm running an interface. So it's not going to show up. But you can, test it. Same thing. You go to Properties, and then Levels. And then when you hit Test on this, you'll hear like a beep, basically. Once you've done that, if it's something you needed to do, usually your default devices will pop right down. You'll see what stuff is connected to your computer. Once you do that, you're going to hit Let's Check. And when you click on that, you'll see a meter to give you an idea of where your voice is when it comes to being heard. And depending on how your setup is, I don't recommend anybody be at 100 unless everyone says they can't hear you. Mine's at 100 because my stuff is set up separately on a physical device outside of my computer. This one is set for what you want to hear. People on Discord, if they're too loud, I try and keep it just a tiny bit above 100. But yeah, and down here you can see me actually talking has been fluctuating this bar the entire time. Anything below this white bar here that's in yellow is noise canceled. So all the little hums of the fans that are in the room and stuff like that, you shouldn't be able to hear. But yeah, once you have your voice set up, you're pretty much good to go.
I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, Steam. Down at the very bottom of this page, there are times people have problems with things. Go way to the bottom. Are you at the bottom? Yeah, see where it says reset voice settings? That has saved me so many times when things have gone funky for some reason, and I'll push that and it brings back whatever the problem was previously. Just
Oh, okay.
just as a little side note, because I've had people do
Yeah.
that were having problems as well, and I'd say go to the very bottom and try this, and it seemed to help.
Oh, okay. I've actually never used that myself, to be
I
honest.
have used that a lot in the
Yeah.
very beginning.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, I did too.
Nice.
I don't know if it sets it back to defaults or what it does, but it's to me that's like the magic button.
Huh, so there's the
I
magic
haven't-
button.
Yes, I actually haven't used it in probably over a year, but when I was first doing it, I
Yeah.
did use that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on the page. Like they said, if you have issues, way at the bottom, reset voice settings. It is there for you. But the main thing that you're going to want to worry about is make sure these are set up properly. Now, the one thing I'm going to throw out before I jump off of this page, I'm on voice activity because I have noise cancellation and also because I have a professional setup. For most users, push to talk is going to be the way to go, and you will keybind to that under keybinds. If you are using speakers and you're on voice activity, your microphone will pick up anything your speakers have. So everyone will hear their game, you talking, and your game, which
And
is
it echoes around and around, and then we have to mute you so we don't hear you at all.
That's right. Or the whole family
So-
arguing is heard.
yeah, dogs barking,
Yeah,
birds
yeah.
screaming, all that stuff. So push to talk can be your best friend. If
Can be
you
everyone
choose to
else's
use
best friend, actually.
Yeah.
100%. I always say use push to talk if you're using, if you have loud backgrounds or if you're using speakers. If you're using headphones and you're in a quiet room and you're not typing really loud, usually you can get away with voice activity if you're running crisp, which we'll get into in a bit. But for your push to talk to work, just go under keybinds, and I have a bunch for different things. I have stream setups and random things. You don't have to worry about that stuff. You're just going to worry about the main one, and it's just going to show push to talk, which I don't have enabled, so it's not here right now. But it would basically say right here, action, push to talk. Oh, there's one. Here you go, push to talk, Gamepad 5. I don't even know what Gamepad 5 is. I think it's for when I'm using my Xbox controller. But you would basically hit edit keybind and hit whichever key you want to be your talk button. And whether it's a button on your mouse, one on the keyboard, if you use a controller, you can set it to a controller button. It's not just confined to the mouse and keyboard for those that, play
Well,
ESO.
I use a controller a lot, so I would say you have to be careful with that because most buttons are already important.
True. I think on the Xbox controllers, one of the click-ins of the thumbsticks is not utilized.
Right? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. They're both used. It depends on your config.
Yeah, depending
But
on
all
your
my
configuration.
buttons are set up. But the other thing too is like I use keyboards because it doesn't take much to for me to do a screenshot is F12 and to turn on and off the Discord. I think I use like an up arrow because I don't use my arrow keys in gaming, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make it something that's easy for you to reach, and also make it one that you don't use for whatever. Just don't set it to F1 through F4 for sure, and definitely don't set it to F5. Never set anything to F5. That's a bad juju.
Juju. What happens if I press F5?
Oh,
Steve?
blows up. It blows up.
F5 is a refresh for whatever you're on.
Ah.
So if you're on a website or if you're on anything else and you're trying to talk to somebody and you want to hit push to talk, you're going to refresh that page and you're not going to see what you were just seeing.
Will F5 refill my coffee?
I wish. But yeah, you basically just find whichever key works for you. Some people use the middle mouse button click for mouse and keyboard. I know a decent amount of people that do that.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Or one of the forward back buttons. That's what I used to use, was the back button on my mouse for a long time. I just got rid of one of my buttons. Oops. Oh well.
I
no
think
biggie.
that's a great idea because that way, if you're doing a controller, your wireless mouse could just sit next to me rather than reaching up and forward to your keyboard.
There's an answer. Yeah, good.
Yeah. So pretty much whatever it is to your convenience, it is whichever you choose. It is your keybind that you get to set. Now, with push to talk, don't feel embarrassed. We've all done it where we've had something super interesting to say. We said about 3 sentences and wondered why the hell no one answered us. It's because you weren't pushing your push to talk. It's something it takes a while to get used to, but don't worry about it. We've all been
Not
there.
even push to talk. I push my microphone out of my face and I start talking, don't realize nobody heard me.
I already did it in this session.
Well, see, but
So-
nobody else knows
Every
that that's
time.
happening. It's just you. It's not a problem.
Until I confessed just now.
That's right.
Yeah, so
Oh.
never feel discouraged by that. It's a learning curve. It's no big deal whatsoever.
We won't
Back
laugh.
to back to the basics of what you see when you show up in Discord. Your layout is going to be when you're on a server. As you can see, I'm in a ton of different servers. If I close up most of these, okay, so these are my ESO servers that I'm in right now. So this is the one we're using as a demonstration. So you'll see the server on the left. If you hover over it, you'll see the name of it. Like that one is Citizens of Tamriel, and you can see that there is a user in the voice chat. And because I know whose icon that is, we know that Pear is in there.
Right.
But if you click on that, that's where it'll take you. And if I'm in this voice chat, I can still go over to COT and take a look at the chat and see what's going on. I can go into text chats and see
Like
that there's
peeking in windows of different rooms.
There you
Yeah.
go.
you're not confined. Like my voice will leave here and go to Citizens of Tamriel if I were to click this. But because I'm only clicking on text channels, I'm fine. I can go in here. I can see what's going on. I can chat with people. But I'll come back to the demo room. So yeah, this is text. Everyone who's in a voice chat is going to show up here on the left-hand side. And you'll notice that there's text channels and voice channels. If you click on a voice channel, that's what you're going to see. If I were to turn on a webcam, which I will just point at some books. Yeah, that's safe. That's fine. The webcam will pop up. Fingers. So yeah, if you see a stream or what people are doing, it would show up here if you click on the general there. Now, if you don't want to see someone's video, you would right click their name and, well, I can't right click my own name. Wait, I don't know why it did a tutorial for me there. You would right click the person's name and you would do disable video. And that's if someone's camera was on that you weren't interested in, or a stream that you didn't want to watch anymore and you don't know how to get out of it. You click disable video and that's totally fine. If you hit focus this person, it's going to make that person the main thing. And the question that I was asked right before we started, how do you get out of this? Just click on one of the text channels. So up here we have text channel general all. When you click on there, you're out of the video. This is only showing because I'm hosting a screen share. So don't worry about that. I'll move it out of the way. All the users in the channel are going to show up on the right. And right now you can see Rotach is a member of this server, but it's not online right now. So if I wanted to send Rotach a message, I can just click the name, send a message. I'm not gonna because I don't want to bug him. But that's
Yep.
pretty much how you send messages to individuals.
It's like sending a
And that
text
was-
message within Discord to somebody so you
Right.
can communicate.
That is correct. And that would show up at the very top left when you see home. You'll see that this is where our conversation about this stream was brought up with Madams. This is a DM right here. And I just click back on the server to get back in the server. Once you click on a voice chat, you will be in this list. Like I'm right here. Every time there's a green circle around my name, it shows that my voice is being recognized and everyone can hear me, hopefully clearly. I'll turn my video off by clicking video. So yeah, what else? Stuffs. Basically, um, this is a way for you to be able to game and not worry about typing messages. And that's like the main thing we're trying to drive with
Right.
this is
Right.
to let you know that if I were to play ESO right now and tell everybody, "Hey, I'm in Vardenfell," I didn't have to type that. I could just say, "Hey, I'm in Vardenfell," goofing off. Um,
Or
and it
you're
doesn't really hinder anything.
there's a lot more to it. But sending messages, if you can't get a hold of somebody, they haven't been on the game or something, but you've talked to them in Discord a lot, messages are a real good way. I keep Discord open on my phone all the time. It's just what I do. Um, Simply because there's a lot going on. If somebody needs to get a hold of me or I need to get a hold of somebody else and I can't get to an event on time, and I'll message somebody and say, hey, look, I'm running 10 minutes late. It really, really helps.
Yeah, for sure.
But
The
game,
biggest thing I found
mm-hmm.
useful was when we do the trial runs.
Yeah, definitely.
So everyone's seen it. The messages in the mail that you get in ESO, where we say Discord. Well, this is Discord. It's pretty easy once you get it set up. And then once you're in, you could pretty much post anything. So if I had a screenshot that I wanted to share with someone about ESO, I could post it in here. Actually, if we go to COT and we go to open up some of these here. So there's random pictures. Like I posted this just because I thought it was funny. That is a glorious map right there, and that's a real thing in ESO that a drunk Khajiit drew, and I think he did a fantastic job.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
But yeah, you can share stuff. You can share, like right here, you've got YouTube links. We also use the Dwemer Automaton, which is a phenomenal tool to be used
Under
with
ESO
ESO.
news right there. Yeah.
So what we do with Automaton is it's an automated channel. You don't have to type anything whatsoever. If anything changes in the game that needs to be notified on a news type ticker, it'll show up here. So today's pledges are Spindle Clutch 1, City of Ash 1, Moonhunter Keep. And it'll actually say what tomorrow's are as well. So if you have one that you plan on doing, you can actually use Discord just to check basic ESO news. What's at the luxury vendor right now? You can actually see it. If you click on the link, it'll take you to one of the pages. So you can actually see what it is. This is in the luxury vendor right now. So it's a super useful tool that's available in the server. And there's tons of rooms. If you don't want to be in a group with a ton of people, you just want to play one-on-one with someone, you can jump in chat room for 2. No one else can jump in randomly. You don't have to worry about that. You can have more of a private conversation. The trial channel's pretty big because you need 12 people. And sometimes we have people that just
if you
want to
got
watch.
conversations running over each other, it's always good to jump to another room to
Yeah.
say whatever it is you need.
Yep.
Yeah, and in Citizens of Tamriel and Celestial Legacy both, they have at least more than one chat room for 4. So if people want to do dungeons, you can have up to 12 people. 4 in general, 4 in this one, 4 in this one, and everyone's running a dungeon, talking about the mechanics of the dungeon, goofing off, and not.
Does that mean they're all foreign?
Yeah.
Because we have people from Austria, I heard.
Yes, we
people
do.
from all over the place.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing that's so cool about Discord is the friends that you make. It just is amazing because we have. It sounds like when Hawk is on, he's in Australia, and it sounds like he's sitting right next to you, and the conversation isn't slowed up at all. It's just amazing. It blows my mind. And if you don't feel comfortable with what's going on here? Never mind.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm like, did you do something I should have done? Shouldn't have done. Anyway, if you're talking, if you don't feel comfortable talking on Discord, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to talk. You can mute yourself by going to your icon and muting yourself to everybody else. They cannot hear you. And when we invite people to trials or ask them to see if they can join, we always put out there, you only need to listen. You don't need to talk, because the mechanics in a trial are so different than anything else that we do within the all of ESO, that the mechanics are really, really important. And Discord has become something that you really need if you want to go further in the game, because there are a lot of places they won't let you do trials with them if you're not on Discord. It's just the way it is.
I'm thinking from a real beginner, just
Mhm.
looking on the left-hand side, you click the word general, and then you're on that voice channel. I mean, I'm just getting real basic here because when I started, I didn't know anything. So if you see someone's icon underneath one of those voice channels, press the word that has the little speaker, and then you're in that room with that person, and you can start talking or listening. And then
Right.
showing them down below where you actually mute and
Oh, yeah.
deafen. I
Yeah.
don't know if you showed that, but those are things that the learning curve is such that it's intimidating, and it can be very intimidating if you take in too much. But if you're simply going on the very first time, know how to press on the channel to be in the room, and then how to mute yourself so that if you feel intimidated, nobody has to hear you, listen to you. Listen to you. You can just listen to them. So,
And if you don't want to
anyway.
listen to somebody else, like see Indy's talking,
Yeah,
you're
right.
right.
Mute me. Sure.
You can right
Or
click
turn
on her.
me way down.
She's gone. She's back.
Wow. Dang.
That's my sister, if anybody didn't know, so I can do that sort of thing. Anyway, she's right. If you get in for the first time and you just know you're supposed to be with this group, you find out where that group of icons is and click on the title of the room. Why don't we go over to COT and look at the different, well, before we do that, Steam, you want to describe what's going on down here in the lower left-hand corner?
Yeah. So I put something in there too. You can see in the text channel I posted a little image. If you right click someone's name, the first thing everyone's gonna want to learn is, how do I make this person louder, or how do I make this person quieter? And it's that little slider.
You're
when
right.
you right click their name.
You're right.
So you don't necessarily have to mute someone if they're louder for your comfort. You just adjust their volume individually to your comfort. And as a new person jumps in, you might want to change, to whichever you want to do. But usually I keep everyone at around a 50 type of spot, pretty low. But I'm kind of a headache prone person, so I keep all the volumes pretty low, and I'm in a pretty quiet house. But I mean, there's other users on here that have me at 200 because they can't hear me. They're like, nope, can't hear you. And I'll be like, all right, let me turn my gain up and start screaming into my mic. But, make it comfortable for you. And again, at the beginning, when you're setting your output, turn it up to where you're comfortable, and then find your comfort spot with the majority of people you're communicating with. And then you can start tweaking individuals. And the bottom, the things I'll actually change to share, change windows, screen 1. There you go. So you can watch mine again one more
Go
time.
back to live, watch screen.
Yeah, I was streaming me juggling in ESO.
Oh, okay.
I tried to switch over, but I accidentally clicked on COT. It was funny. But yeah, so down at the bottom, you'll have where you see it says screen 1 now. If I was playing ESO and not screen sharing already, it would say Elder Scrolls Online. If I click on that, it'll start showing Elder Scrolls Online. And And you have video that's for webcam. If you don't want webcam, just don't click it. It's not going to randomly turn on by itself. As long as you don't click that, you're fine. And the same with voice chat. If you're not in a voice channel, Discord's not listening to you when you're not there. It's not some weird thing at all. It's just a application that has to be opened. You have to be in the voice chat. So there's nothing that you're like not consenting of that's happening, basically. And if you want to get out of the chat, there's a little disconnect down here. It looks like a handset of a phone, like a rotary phone, and it's got an X next to it. Pretty easy for disconnecting. Right next to that,
I'm too young. What's a rotary phone? Just kidding.
I got one in my office. Don't make me go get it. But
People can
Right-
Google it if they don't know what a rotary phone is.
That's right.
right next to the disconnect is noise suppression powered by Crisp. If you are not savvy at downloading noise suppression, if you don't know what RTX is, then just click that button and it'll do noise suppression for you. It's built in the software, hassle free. You don't have to think about any of the strange words that I just said if you don't know what they mean. Underneath that screen is what I'm doing right now. Madams is actually looking at my screen. So if I were to move this out of the way, you'll actually see my ESO behind it. And that's another thing that's really good with Discord is you can screen share. You can have people help you troubleshoot stuff. I
Yep.
know I've had a couple of members help me troubleshoot. Like I could open up my ESO right now. Let me turn my UI back on. Oops, I don't want to join that. All right. But if I open up my add-ons folder, you can see I'm running quite a bit now. I didn't before, but I couldn't get them working, and I had a guildmate help me figure it all out just by screen sharing and being like, "Hey, what do I need to do to get these to work?" So
That-
just by doing that, it's a huge time saver and less of a headache.
Yeah, that's a big help. There've been all kinds of stuff in the game that somebody just doesn't know the answer to, and you say, "Well, turn on your screen
Or-
so I can see it in Discord."
Right. Or helping with how do I do antiquity digging?
Yeah, there you go. That one really helped. Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I learned that from one of our guildmates, and it really helped me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because trying to explain things is very difficult, but if you're able to show it, it really, really helps. Yeah, there's antiquities.
Yeah.
Right.
To do your antiquities, you get this little doojobby from Western Skyrim, and you just look for little matching patterns.
That's a different show, Steam. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
come on.
Yeah.
What? You said antiquities. That's how
Keep
easy
on
it is
task.
to show it
Keep
to
on
you.
task.
This
We'll
is
go down
showing,
a rabbit hole.
Hey, I've got a
this is showing
question.
the ease of use.
I have a question for you on Crisp. There,
Uh-huh.
your icon has a line through it. Mine does not. I can see them both on the screen. I'll put my cursor down here. What is the difference between the line going through yours and no line on mine? Is that mine is not on?
I dare not click mine because of my audio setup. I'm very sorry.
Okay. You know what? I will click it. We'll see what it says. Noise suppression powered by Crisp. Okay, then it comes. Okay, it's on. It's got the noise suppression thing is on. It's the green button, so it must be working. Even
I
though
would
there's no line
imagine
through
that-
it.
Mine's probably just an older version of the client. Also, I'm in developer debug mode.
Okay, we don't even want to go there.
Yeah, it's because I moderate a couple other Discord servers. So if
Got
I
it.
need to if I wanted to grab your user ID, I have it now. So
okay,
it's not bad. It's just like if someone did something bad and I was like, this person right here, this number, this is
Yeah.
the person that came in
I
and said a
see.
bad word.
got it.
That's all it is. It's just in Discord you can change nicknames. So I could be like, I don't know, Pertato. So now my name is Pertato on this. So
Yep.
hiya.
A lot of
But
little
so if
basic
someone
stuff.
does that-
Vegeta name.
But so if someone did that, their name is still underneath here.
Right.
That's the real name. And then that number that I copied, the copy ID, that's the never changing thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's always static.
That's just
so.
getting way too difficult. Let's not even go there. So,
Well, that's why I just threw it out there real quick. It's no big deal.
Oh,
okay, my
shoot.
question has always been, this is once you've been on Discord for a while,
Mhm.
and you're trying to tell someone how to get on your Discord channel, but they're not a friend of anybody. So how do you find them on Discord? Let's say that you're playing the game and someone says, I want to join on Discord, and they're not real savvy on how to do it themselves. They always say to me, this has happened to me multiple times, can you send me an invite to Discord? But I can't find them. I'm doing the search thing in the upper right hand bar. They're telling me their specific name with the hash mark and the 4 digits. I still can't find them.
So if you do that, that's adding a friend. If you want them to join the server, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
To add a friend, you would go to. Dang, I haven't done that in forever. I think you just right-click someone. Yeah, add friend, but that they would have to be on the server first.
Right.
Right. How
So
do you get someone
to get
on
someone in a
the
server,
server?
you would basically click in the top left, invite people, and whoever's already on the server is going to click this. And if I click this right now, I'm going to be given this URL. This URL expires in 7 days. So every 7 days it'll refresh. And that is up to the server owner sets it. So if Madams for COT has a static one that never
Yeah,
changes,
I do.
that one can be found under guilds, and then it should be right here. So discord.gg
That's Celestials.
slash.
That's Celestials, but that's where it is
Oh,
too.
what? My bad. My bad.
Oopsie.
So here's the Discord right here. https://. Fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Discord.gg/3 capital X lowercase j capital V lowercase v lowercase u uppercase d. Now, if you were to just copy that and send it to somebody, they can click on it and it'll automatically take them to a page that says, would you like to join this server?
Right.
All they have to do is hit accept, and they will automatically be put into the server immediately.
They want people to every person that's ever asked me, they don't want to work that hard. They want to magically be sent an invite, but they're not a friend and they're not on a server. They have Discord, but I don't know how to find them to be able to even let them know, send them an invite to the server, because they're not a friend yet. I can't find them to do that.
They would
So is that the
literally
only way? You have to tell them you need to type this in. I can't do
Well,
an
it's
invite
seven-
unless you're.
It's 7 digits after discord.gg. They're random letters, which is kind of a bummer, but it's 7 digits. And once they type those in, they're in.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is they're the ones that have to do it. I cannot send them an invite because they are not my friend yet. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
You would have to add them as a friend.
Okay. I understand.
And I can't remember exactly how to add a friend.
I can't figure it out either.
One sec. If I go here, yeah, add friends to DM. But no, that's adding to this conversation. Here we go. Friends. Add friend right here. Okay, my bad. It's been a while since I've done this. I usually have like pending and like a million pending, and I block all of them. But anyway, you would go to add friend, and you would put in their username and their 4 digits, and then send them a friend request. Once that shows up, it's going to be under pending.
I understand.
And then once
And
it's
then
under
you can
pending,
just
you will
delete
have
them
a
later,
check
'cause-
mark and an X mark.
Delete them
and it'll
later.
Say, accept
Maybe
or
I don't want to
block.
keep them forever. That's my
Well,
friend.
I mean, it is one of those things. As you can see, I've got 18 unread messages since we've started streaming. So
Yeah.
I'm on a lot of servers. So I get a lot of friend requests because I do a lot of tutorials, and I just can't do it. So I tell a lot of people, look, if I'm not on that server at that time, don't hit me up for tutorial stuff. But I get to stuff when I can get to stuff, type of thing. But when you're on 70 different Discord servers like I am, probably more than that now.
Mhm.
It's a lot of people to deal with. Some of the servers I'm on have over 40,000 users. But with something like Citizens of Tamriel or Celestial Legacy, it's no big deal. Those are on my open tab all the time.
I
Usually the stuff in my top bar it's open. So
And
that's
people
another
can
thing.
still send a direct message to someone even if they're not your friend.
No.
correct. Well, I've
No?
They can only do that if they're in the server with you. Now there's a way around this to avoid that. Now,
Like a guildmate that's on Discord, you can do that. They're not your friend,
correct.
but they are
right,
in the
right,
guild server and you can send them a DM.
right. Like if you
Direct
went
message.
over to the right-hand column in Discord here where our names are listed and
Mhm.
Rotach is offline, you can right-click on his name and let's see here. Whoops. What did I do?
So this is a thing.
Hold on. What did you do, Steam? Where's your thing?
Privacy settings.
Done.
Allow
So
direct messages from server members.
so this
Okay.
is checked on this server and it's checked on COT and Celestial Legacy. Almost every other server other than my immediate
Not. Oh,
clan,
really?
it's not checked. So I cannot get DMs unless they're a
Ah.
friend of mine because those are
Oh.
servers that I go to for troubleshooting, tutorials, stuff like that. And when I am checked out, I am checked out. So
Interesting.
COT and Celestial Legacy, they can send me messages, but it's one of those things of however
But
many servers you have, however you want to manage your own
another
Discord.
thing you can do in managing that is you can turn your notifications off of an entire server or on a person.
Right.
Yep,
They
you
can
can do
DM
that.
you all you want, but you're not going to find out about it until you purposefully go in and look at your messages. So that's
Yeah, and if
another
you
way of
see
managing that.
when you click on your own name, if you don't want to be seen online, you can just click invisible. You can do not disturb, which is what I have on right now because I'm talking with y'all on the stream. So all the notifications I'm getting do not pop up. I don't get notifications. Nothing happens at all because I'm on do not disturb. If you just set to online, you walk away from your computer for a little bit, it'll put you to idle, or you could just set yourself to idle. But that's just a status thing. You can type in stuff here if you want, like I am a derp. And if you do that, it'll show up here on the right underneath your name. Steampunk, I am a derp.
Okay. Very good.
Was derp short for something or just an invented word?
It's just
Off topic. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, sorry.
It's a special type of special, is what it
It's a
is.
special.
It's what potato is.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh shoot.
But yeah, again, the application is pretty much once you have it, like adding the friend is definitely a good basis. I totally did forget about that and spaced on it. But once you get in the server, you'll be in with all the guildmates. You can see what everyone's up to. You can jump into the voice chat. Don't feel like you're interrupting a meeting.
Right.
The guild chat is
Definitely.
where people are playing ESO, playing the game.
And
Feel
want
free to jump in.
talk. Especially
Yeah,
if you see somebody sitting in general and they're by themselves, they're waiting for people to come in.
Unless you're me like Brand and everybody wants to like, shut up, Brand.
No.
Oh, baloney.
No. Yeah, that is
Give me
baloney.
a break.
No, it's really a friendly place. In fact, why don't we go to, let's see if anybody's in COT. Let me check this out.
Nah, it's
Nope.
empty right now.
Nope. Well, now, shoot, nobody's around. That's a bummer.
Busy. It's a busy day. It's a Saturday. It's a
That's
busy,
true.
busy day.
But you would think that, well, it will
tonight
be
it'll
later.
busy. Yeah, it'll be pretty busy tonight.
Yeah, we're having a party tonight. Oh,
Oh,
Daphne.
right.
There's
That's
Daphne.
right. I forgot about that.
Well, I did too, because I got to go see my mommy, but I'll try to be back on time.
You know what? Daphne is in. Let me go jump. Let's go see if she's there. She'll talk
Let's go
to
raid
us.
Daphne.
Let's go raid
Raid.
Daphne. Here we go.
Cool.
We're all going to go. Go, you guys. Hey,
Hurrah.
Daph.
Jumped in.
Oh, you're chatting, Daphne. You're watching the stream.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, thank you for getting into general chat so we could show how to go over there. Yeah, Daphne's one of those in Australia, guys. So, she's all the way around. Like I'm in on the West Coast and Indy's Brand, Indy, and I are all United States.
West Coast, North
West
America.
Coast, yeah, North America. And Daphne's in Australia, and she sounds like she's right there. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And I just live in the void.
In the
So-
void.
In the
of
void.
The east.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you've noticed, Daphne's symbols have changed. So you can mute yourself, you
Yeah.
can turn your headset off, and it shows people what you are up to. I like that. Of course, many times I am muting
Daph.
myself on my headset as opposed to in Discord,
Right.
but it is nice to do it on Discord just to let other people know what's going on.
Just to give you an
Yeah.
idea of what a regular channel looks like. Now, the top here, some people have it switched the other way. We have our talk channels first with the speakers on COT. And like Steam had said, we have lots of chat rooms where you can go in with just a few people, 2 people. Nobody's going to disturb you. But we have special ones set up. Explain how AFK works, Steam.
Okay. Basically, one of the things that I really encourage, same as push to talk, if you walk away from your computer for too long and the server has an AFK channel, which this one does, let's say you go make some coffee and then you realize the cats are scratching at the door and they've knocked over a bunch of stuff in the trash can and the kitchen table and they threw the sink out the window. You have a lot to deal with. So if you're spending a lot of time away from your keyboard, you'll be put into the AFK away from keyboard channel, which
And
then
trying to sell
mutes
it.
you.
And you'd be trying to sell that cat too.
Yeah. It'll mute you and deafen you automatically. That's what AFK channels are for. So let's say conversations happened on a phone call when you came back and you forgot you were on Discord. It keeps your stuff private, basically. That's why I always recommend anyone who creates a Discord channel, please make an AFK. Anyone who's in the tutorial to join COT or Celestial Legacy, you don't have to worry about that. The guild masters have already put an AFK channel in there. But that's what it's for, basically. It's kind of a safety net for anyone who forgot to log off at Discord. But when you log off, you literally just hit the disconnect button and you're not on Discord. You can close the application, and if you don't like the fact that the application is running in the background, just right-click the emblem on your taskbar and hit exit. Remember, if you hit exit, you will have to log in with your username and password the next time, which you'll have to create when you create an account. It's going to be linked to your email. It's no big deal. It's just like any video game. It's got to be authenticated so people can't make 1,000 accounts to go and troll someone. But yeah, when what we were saying with deafened and muted as well. If you're deafened, they can't hear you. You can't hear them. So if you're watching a video real quick and you want to hear something, or if you have a phone call to take, you hit the deafened muted, and then you'll see the icon show up next to the name, just like that. And you're good to go until you undeafen, and then you do that just by clicking the little deafen or mute button in the bottom left.
Yeah, you right-click.
next to your own username.
Right click on your own name and it comes up like this. Now, the other rooms that we have in here are for specific events that we do. We used to do Homes Tour. Well, hopefully we'll get back to that. But here, this is a private channel. Only officers of COT can jump into the officers chat. If we want to discuss something and don't want to be disturbed, that's where the officers will go. And then these are the text channels, like our general channel. Now here's DW saying hello. But people post all kinds of stuff in general, and there's no real specifics. And it will also show when somebody joins the server. And then we have event reminders, trials, that sort of thing. Memory lane, which takes us to things that you want to put out there that people want to remember from whenever. Fun stuff, contests, and again, officer texting, which is private. Then the basic ESO channels, where ESO News is the Dwemer automation. I can't say that word.
Dwemer automaton.
Thank you, Steam, which tells you status. Like if for some reason you can't get into the game and you go here, it's going to tell you why the game is down or what's going on. But it also has its daily items that it will tell you about what the pledges are, what's going on at the luxury vendor, all of that, what the daily endeavors are. So you can get that without getting on the event or in the game. And then we have a streamers alley, simply because we have several streamers. This one, some people I think gets a little annoyed by it, but we put streaming out there so that different people will be notified if they want to be notified when streamers go on. The other thing I wanted to show you is over here on the right. We showed that the 4 of us were on and Rotach was offline, but this is a full guild, the way it looks, and all of the people that have been on our Discord for anything, if they don't remove themselves, they're still here. So it shows like we've got a ton of people in here. The gold ones are people that are part of COT's officer group, and it shows which ones are on, and that's about it. And you can right click on any one of these, like Daphne's watching. And here I can send private messages to Daphne or to anyone in the guild. So
Who
anyway,
allows direct messages.
right, direct messages. Anyway, that
Also,
allows
do
them.
take note with a new type of chat. This is kind of like AIM, MSN, all that stuff, all put together. So the same type of etiquette is expected. It's not chaos.
Oh, etiquette. That's when you sound like Ed.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it is. But like, if someone's on Do Not Disturb, try not to ping them. If someone's away, wait for them to show up, type of thing. And when we're in voice chats, it's another thing too, and that's where push to talk comes into play. Wait for someone to finish before jumping in. And it's one of those things that takes a bit to get used to, especially when you're not used to internet latency.
Yeah.
But it's very peaceful here. Everyone's chill, everyone's calm, and we're very patient with teaching people on how to get used to stuff, whether it's in game or on Discord or with add-ons or whatever.
Definitely.
And also, if you've noticed, we are using our in-game nicknames. So most people call me Indy, even though it's, Indigo Flying Dragon. And usually we don't use our real names, and you don't have to say where you're from or anything. It's up to you completely. But
Yep.
it's a fun place to meet people, and you can keep as anonymous as you want to. It's awesome.
I don't even know who I am.
I don't know about y'all, but I was born Steampunk 360 in the void. So.
Oh, wow. Then we can look you up and find you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have let that out there, especially while streaming.
Oh, I know, it's terrible.
I saw him in the Tron movie.
Oh, yeah?
That was me. I was the wheel on the motorcycle.
Ah, very cool. What is that? Oh, that's a cat. The white one is a cat in your pictures. I'm looking at what
Yeah,
you
they're
just
both
put up in the
cats.
general. Very cute.
That's the almighty ceiling cat, by the way, looking down at us.
It's cute.
Very adorable.
If I post stuff, it's just going to be random cat stuff. That's all
Oh.
I do.
That's good.
As you can see, you can just be as silly as you want on Discord. There's, and like Steam said, we're all really chill. In
And I have a
Celestial
bit
and
of an issue.
Citizens.
I got to go see my mommy. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
She
Bran.
needs help.
Okay.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay. Take
Hopefully
care.
I'll be
All
on
right.
back for the Christmas party tonight.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Cool
Okay.
deal.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
See, and he's gone. That's how it works.
Oh, we should probably teach them how to get off, how to hang up.
Hang up is down
Yeah.
here. Disconnect.
Disconnect.
And that's
Yes.
it. So
And
have
then
it.
if you are worried, look in the taskbar for the Discord logo, which is a cyan typish blue of a logo. You'll know it because it's the new one. When you right click on it, it'll say exit Discord if you wish to exit it.
Ah,
Right.
yeah.
And if you want to look into it, you can have Discord either come up when your computer comes up. I don't like that. You can have it where it's
I
just
like
near,
it.
you know. Oh, I don't like. I like to turn it on and turn it off. I like total control.
Yep. No, it's
I
very
have
personal, all of it.
Yeah, I have mine set up super secure. Just because I'm paranoid, I have to log in every single time I turn on my computer, and I also have an authenticator on my phone for two-factor authentication. So
Wow.
if anything were to happen with my username and password for Discord, they would have to also have my cell phone in order to log in as me.
Wow. Very good.
So
Dang.
if you
Very
wish
good.
to have, if you
Yeah,
wish
I
to
do
have a
that too.
security
I do that
setup, you
too.
can do that.
Yeah, huh?
You
I
can
don't
do
know.
it. Discord has an authenticator right in the settings.
Very cool. Very cool. If anybody's out there in chat, I know you're out there. But if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask now because we're going to be ending shortly. And anything about a Discord. If not, we'll be getting off in a few minutes. You can, if you're one that plays Elder Scrolls Online, I'm always open to questions. Oh no, evil Mr. McNasty's asking a question. It'll pop
That's
up in a
funny.
second. I see it before you guys see it.
So evil Mr. McNasty is this person who's in Discord, and the person who's in Discord has helped do, at least in my experience,
Yes.
helped do quite a few trials.
Yep.
And knows pretty decent mechanics and pretty concise explanations onto how to get it done. So if you're new in trials and you run into the guild and you see evil, run away and fear.
No.
Evil's helped quite a bit with a lot of trials, and when we had issues
Definitely.
with some mechanics with Sunspire, like helped us get through it, not a problem. And just
Yep.
I learned how to do Sunspire because of Evil, because I was that new when I was talking to Evil.
You see, Evil, that's who you are.
Yep.
And we don't see you enough anymore. You're off doing tons of games. I see what
He
you're
is
doing.
playing 7 Days to Die right now.
Yeah. See, you can,
That
if you
game is so
want,
addictive.
you can, if you want, you can see what anybody's doing as well.
If they've enabled it.
See, here's
you don't
Evil
have
up
to
here
necessarily have it linked.
playing 7 Days Till Die. Oh shoot. Well, guys.
Always level up SMGs and knives. I love it.
Oh yeah, that's Evil. Everyone wants to play games with the best person ever. We
Yeah,
miss
so
you, Evil,
I-
actually.
I am Steampunk360, and if you see an Elder Scrolls Online under Guild with Citizens of Tamriel, I'm also in Celestial Legacy. I think the note is on both of them. You'll see a note next to my name under the roster saying that I am more than happy to help get you set up on Discord. So if there's an issue or something that the video doesn't cover, or something that we skimmed over a little too fast,
Right.
feel free to send me mail in game. When I log in and see it, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Or if you do get into the channel, into the Discord, even if I'm marked Do Not Disturb, if you DM me, it won't bug me specifically because I won't get it until I go off of Do Not Disturb and have time to get back.
Yeah.
But I'm more than happy to help get you set up, get your microphone set up and all that stuff, get your sound, all that. I do that for tons of people all the time anyway, so I'm totally down for it.
Same thing with me, and a lot of that has to do with the game. If you're interested in, say, Celestial Legacy or Citizens of Tamriel and you want to get into a guild, I'm Madam711, like it shows in game as well as here on Discord. So, hit us up if you have questions or just want to get in and learn how to play the game. Either way. Okay. Well, with that, guys, if you can't think of anything else, I think we're about ready to say goodbye. You think so?
Pretty well.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. Okay. Thank you, Steam. Thank you,
Yeah, no
Daphne.
problem.
Thank you, Indigo. Thank you.
No problem.
And we'll say thank you to Brand later. He had to go see Mommy.
Yes.
Do something for her. He's a good guy. So anyway, we're going to say toodles. And this will be posted on YouTube. It's in my Twitch. My YouTube page is a link to it on my Twitch About page. It's Madams with apostrophe S mix. And what goes up there are all of our videos that the guild does and that sort of thing, as well as another game that I play, which is Medieval Dynasty. And this will go up there as well, so that I try to put up as many instructional ones as I can. So take care, and we're going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace, chicken grease.
Bye.